Today, we examine a growing divide across America, a struggle over accountability, regret, and the lasting consequences of past votes. Many former Trump supporters now say they wish they could undo their choice. But millions of Americans refuse to forgive because of the statements made by these Trump supporters. Listen closely and remember, although many of these people now regret their vote, these are the same people that voted for Donald Trump 3 times.
Let Jesus rule in this country. We've had a country for 4 years being held hostage with evil and demons, and that's what you're supporting. So God bless you too, and I'll pray for you.
You think that the Democrats are evil demons, right?
I think Satan is using a lot of them, and they don't even know it, but I think a lot of them are working with him, yes.
So where in the Christian Bible does it say that you should hit on 10-year-old girls or women like Trump has?
Where are you getting that information? From the liberal media?
It's a clip of Trump where he was walking up an escalator in 1996 and he told a 10-year-old girl coming down on the other side that he'd like to date her in 10 years.
What's the backstory? What's the backstory? You see, you weren't even alive. What year were you born? 93, 94?
You said you were a Christian. Were you alive during Jesus' resurrection?
No, but he lives inside of me, in my life. I feel him every day. There is no LGBTQ. We are man and woman here.
Wait, let's clarify about this. So what is a man?
A man has DNA of a male and has
Okay, quick question. Is God the Father a man?
What?
Is God the Father a man?
God is God. God is God.
Yeah, but is he a he, him?
The sovereign. He is our sovereign God.
You just called him a he, so he's a he, him?
He is a he.
Can only men be he, hims?
Yes.
So that means God the Father's a man?
Of course. Well, yeah, if you're going to put it like that, of course. He is a male. Yes.
Does God the Father have XY chromosomes?
I haven't even thought about that. I'm a minister, by the way.
The question is, what are your top 3 reasons or qualities that you like in Trump?
His
Okay, so our first question is, what are your top 3 reasons or qualities that you like in Trump?
That he is a badass. He loves our country, and
why do you think there's such a stigma around women and minorities voting for Trump?
Trump, because of his money and him.
Okay, so there's a stigma around women and minorities voting for Trump. Why do you think that is, or, why should we break the stigma?
I don't think there is a stigma. Is there a stigma?
Now, what are the most important issues to you going into the 2024 election?
Most important issues, let's see. Getting rid of the illegals. Getting rid of the illegal politicians.
Illegal politicians, what does that mean?
Schumer, Biden, and company.
How are they illegal?
No one voted for them. They were appointed.
So this says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. And that's from the Bible?
Yeah, from Jeremiah 1. Right. So God knows these babies in the womb. He has a purpose and a destiny for each child. They shouldn't be killed.
Didn't he kill all the firstborn sons in Egypt?
I think I'm done.
I love Trump.
You love Trump?
Absolutely, yeah. Since 2016. Yeah.
Okay, so did you vote in 2016?
Well, 2016 I was in high school, so no. But 2020 I did, and then now again, obviously I am, of course.
Obviously, it's been more than a year of this war in Gaza. It is not closer to ending, even though there's been calls for ceasefire for over a year. How do you feel about the situation?
So I don't think it started on October 7th. I think that it started in 1948 when the British and the United States decided to create Israel and make it a state. And that's when the first Nakba happened, 47 to 49. 15,000 Palestinians were killed. Even more were displaced. They were forced out of their homes. And as you see the maps from back then to now, Palestine has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller to the point where now it's Gaza and West Bank, and even West Bank is getting infiltrated. There's no safe place for Palestinians to exist. A lot of people think, oh, it happened on October 7th. That's not true. That's just what the media decided to show and side on, because ever since 1947, the media has been anti-Palestine.
How do you feel about the way that the Biden administration has handled the situation over there?
I think it's pathetic. I think he's pathetic. I think Kamala is as well.
Would you like to see Trump get rid of DEI in colleges?
Yes.
Would you like to see Trump have more pro-Trump professors in college?
Yeah, possible. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah.
Even playing field.
Yeah. Make it a little more diverse.
Yes.
And include more of the Trump professors there?
Well, yeah, why not? Because that's so overrun with all the others, so very progressive.
Would that be more equitable?
Well, we don't want to go on this whole DEI thing.
Trump is the closest thing to God.
Trump is the closest thing to God, really?
Absolutely, absolutely. He's what's going to fix this nation. This nation's corrupt. We're all split. America used to be all together.
Yeah.
Now we're all split up. Why? We need to come back together. The only person who's going to mold us is God first and then Trump.
God, then Trump.
God, then Trump, absolutely. But if God's not there, Trump's not going to come out. I'll say that. Kamala comes out, Satan's out, and you better be scared.
So you believe that Trump is picked by God?
I believe so. I believe that Trump is blessed by God. I believe that Trump has come from blessed parents. His parents worked for what they had. His parents made him, molded him to become the person that he is.
But so Trump is selling Bibles for $60.
Okay.
Is that he's profiting off of selling Bibles? Is that a godly thing to do?
Is it a godly thing for the Democrats to be okay with killing their babies? Is that okay?
I guess you answered my question with another question. Okay. Just answer this question. Is it a godly thing to do for Trump to be?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a business. He's a businessman. That's what this country needs. What do we need?
And if the business is selling the Bible, that's okay?
That's perfectly fine. What are churches doing? When you go to church, don't they ask you for $1? Don't they ask you to do this and that? Churches are businesses. This whole country's a business.
The Democrats were the ones that were for slavery. The Democrats were the ones that came up with the Jim Crow stuff.
Even if all of that were true about slavery, which party flies the Confederate flag today?
A lot of the Democrats.
You really think Democrats fly the Confederate flag?
Democrats that, yes.
Overwhelmingly, you'll see a Confederate flag right next to a Trump flag. That's just how it works now.
I haven't seen that overwhelmingly.
Really? You think, was it Democrats or Republicans trying to take down Confederate statues?
Confederate statues?
Which party was trying to take down Confederate statues?
What's the statue got to do with?
You're saying that Democrats are pro-Confederate, but weren't Democrats trying to remove Confederate statues?
Why are they doing that?
Because they're anti-Confederate.
No, they're not.
Why are they trying to remove the statues then?
Because they're trying to change the history of our country. You know what? Take your camera and go interview all these black people that are here, okay?
Yeah.
And you ask
the 3 black people that are here?
If you ask them.
Mom has to work 7 days a week because she can't afford to pay bills because she's a minority. There's no need to have that context.
Does it say that in a math problem?
Not verbatim, but for stuff like that in general. It's like the way they ease it into the conversation that doesn't have place.
Is there a specific example you can cite that's happening right now?
So my daughter's 16 and graduating, and I don't know that she got a full taste of that curriculum. So for me to put my eyesight on it, to give you an exact example, no. But I've worked with Moms for Liberty for over 2 years, and I work with a lot of chapter chairs, not just in North Carolina, but across the state. And they're all saying the same thing. It's not giving us the results that we want. It's causing children to feel like they can't accomplish anything because of the color of their skin or where they grew up, which is absolutely not the case.
But is there a specific example of critical race theory that you've seen in the
example in Wit and Wisdom? Have you go check that out?
What is an example of like a question in that or something?
Well, would you like to talk about what I want to bring back to you?
Well, no, you said that wasn't actually an example. So I just did a specific example of it.
I told you that's the example that you're going to get just because I haven't laid my eyes on the Wit and Wisdom. It's not like I can go ask for a copy of it. I can FOIA that all along. And some teachers don't use the whole thing. They use portions of it. A lot of them are being forced to use.
But is there one specific? No.
Would you like another question?
Well, you're saying you're running against critical.
The Wit and Wisdom, I've given you examples.
But you said that wasn't an actual question.
That in front of me. And I'm not going to misquote something that I don't have the actual words in front of me.
But I just said the reason I'm pressing you on this is because you're saying that you want to get rid of critical race theory, but there isn't a specific example you've given me.
I don't care if that man's in prison. I'm still voting. Democrats set it up.
Does that mean you're not worried about it, though?
Well, he's probably the jury's probably going to find him guilty because they're corrupt, and then we'll have to win on appeal, I guess.
Are you guys concerned at all about what the outcome of that or any of the trials might be?
Well, all of indictments only made him more popular.
I think it's all.
But are you concerned about the actual criminal charges and whether or not he could be found guilty?
No. Even in Deep Blue, New York, I'm not concerned.
What happens if he is convicted?
Well, if he wins the election, he could, he'll still be fine.
Found guilty? Yeah, I mean,
On any of the cases?
absolutely.
You would still vote for him?
Yes.
You want people to have the choice whether or not they can have an abortion.
That's right.
But you want abortion to be illegal, but you want people to be able to have an abortion if they want to.
True. Yes.
So you're pro-choice and you want abortion to be legal. No, you understand my confusion right now, right?
Are you pro-life or pro-choice?
I would have to say I don't think the government should have control over the issue.
It should be up to the individual people.
There's my answer for you. Mhm.
Okay, so pro-choice.
I don't know. I don't know if I would say that. I would just say the federal government shouldn't fund it and have anything to do with it.
But just that people should be able to choose.
Sure.
Okay. Well, pro-choice a little bit.
Whatever.
Yeah, you don't want me to put a label on it, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to be labeled, but yes, you should make the decision, and it shouldn't be under federal funding.
Okay, so pro-choice.
Sure.
All right. What are your thoughts on abortion?
It's personal reasoning. There's nothing else. It's your personal deal. I don't believe taxpayers should have to pay for it.
Okay. But you would consider yourself pro-choice?
Yes.
Does it bother you that Trump appointed the Supreme Court justices that overturned Roe v. Wade? Made that choice harder for a lot of women?
Well, it's been fought how many times? 37 times in court. Maybe we'll get it figured out right someday. That's the best you can say.
But you're pro-choice?
Yes.
But you support Donald Trump?
Yes. And he's made a lot of good moves, some bad moves, but yes, I do.
Of those in charge who worship Satan, who worship, Moloch, who worship Baal.
You think there's like a supernatural element to this?
Yeah, there's definitely a supernatural element to it, and it has been.
They have a supernatural power? Like Kamala Harris has a supernatural power?
She probably does, yeah.
What does that look like? She can do stuff with her hands? Is the earth round or flat?
The Earth's flat.
Do you think the earth is round or flat?
I know we didn't go to the moon.
We didn't go to the moon?
No, we didn't go to the moon.
Why do you say that?
Because you can't get out of the atmosphere.
Round or flat?
I'm not really sure.
You're not sure? Could be flat?
Could be.
Earth round or flat?
Well, you know the answer to that. Can you tell me what you think?
Please answer me, please.
No, because I want to know. Tell me. Cause,
I believe the earth is round.
From NASA's pictures, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know of CGI, right?
I've heard of CGI, yeah.
Yeah. So I believe in the Bible and Genesis, under the dome, it plainly tells you there, under a firmament, dome. So it's, it's flat as a pancake.
So what is that?
That's best president of the United States.
All right, that's Donald Trump with his mugshot, right? It says never surrender.
Never surrender.
Okay, that is a picture of him surrendering to Georgia authorities, though, right?
Fair. He's the best president of America.
Okay, but that literally is a picture of him surrendering, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Why Trump? Why are you supporting him? Why is he the right guy for you?
He's the only one who can get this country back to where we used to be. We all have our issues. There's been lies across the board on both fronts. But he's the unbiased businessman who cares for this country and can turn it around.
He's our guy because he has common sense. He is fighting the corrupt politicians who've been in office for a long time. He knows how to run a country. He knows how to be, aggressive when it comes to foreign affairs. And life is better under Trump.
He just says it how it is, and he puts America first, and that's what we need right now.
America first, yes, 100%.
Donald Trump is America. He stands for America, for the people of America, God for us. He wants our country to be what it should be.
Mm-hmm. The tariffs are working.
If you're 50 years old and have a 401k, you've lost about $74,000 in the past 3 months. Does that feel like it's working?
No, I've lost more than that.
I made this shirt right after the mugshot came out because it's one of the most, important photos of all time.
Yeah. Why is it important?
It just shows you how corrupt the system is, that he could be, arrested and shown in front of everyone, in this embarrassing manner on totally trumped up charges.
Do you feel that it would be government overreach to try and take or limit people's ability to have firearms?
I don't feel that way. It is that way. Yeah, it would be. The Second Amendment guarantees our right to keep and bear arms.
Would it be government overreach to enter someone's home, a U.S. citizen, without a search warrant?
Absolutely. Wouldn't you?
That's allowed to happen right now. Donald Trump has ordered that people ICE agents can enter homes without a warrant.
He has?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is that government overreach?
Your government overreach.
What are your thoughts on the deportations that have happened so far?
Well, I like to call them homecomings because you came to our country, we paid for it, we put you up, we fed you, and now we're sending you home
where you came from. It should be a celebration.
A lot of these people are being sent to El Salvador, even if they're not from El Salvador.
To me, I don't care where they get sent to. They don't belong here.
Do you like that he's kind of trying to influence universities and what's taught in universities?
Yes. Yes.
Are you behind that as well?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Pressure he's putting on Harvard to kind of change the way they're doing things?
Yes.
Did it seem strange a little bit that he started Trump University and then had to pay $25 million because it was deemed a fraud, but he wants to tell other universities how to teach?
I'm like a huge Trump supporter, so I don't have an issue with that.
It sure says never surrender?
That's right.
And that's from when he surrendered and got his mugshot taken?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
What brought you here today?
My boss is here, so I'd come to see him.
Who's your boss?
President Trump.
He's your boss?
Pretty much. He's all of our bosses.
In what way? That he tells you what to do?
He don't tell me what to do. He runs the country in a good way that nobody else can. So I consider him my boss because basically they run this country like a business.
Does it bother you that he ran a lot of his businesses into bankruptcy, though?
No, it don't bother me at all. No, it don't bother me at all. I don't care if he...
But if he runs the country like a business, he could like bankrupt it.
I don't care if he was smoking crack with Hunter. I don't care. I'm going to vote for him. I don't care what happens. I'm voting for him.
Even if he was smoking crack with Hunter Biden?
Hell yes, I would.
We're here outside a Trump rally, and they're selling the American flag here, which is great, of course, but they're also selling the Confederate flag. And, of course, Confederacy went to war with the United States of America, so it's interesting.
What would be one thing you'd want to see him do for the country should he be back in office?
Seal that border. Close it up. Build the wall.
Exactly. Yes.
Would you want him to build a wall on the northern border as well?
I don't know. Now they're going up there, so, that's a whole new can of worms.
Like there's too many criminals and gangsters and everybody else like that they're letting in, and that's, they're coming in and, killing our people here. And like he said, I'm for helping people, but why do we want all these gang people in here? We got so many problems anymore. And to me, it's from letting all these people in. They shouldn't be in here.
And do we think most of them are gangs, or?
I think a lot of them are anymore. I think that's the people that are coming in. They're stealing young kids and all this just so they can get in here, acting like they're related and,
Do you think we should build a wall?
Absolutely. Look at Israel.
And what about on the Canadian border? Well, Israel maybe not a great example these days.
You're talking about Canada? No.
You wouldn't build it on the Canadian border?
Absolutely not. Because people from Canada don't want to come to the United States.
But 60% of the people that are apprehended at the Canadian-American border are from Mexico.
I understand that. Okay. I would heighten the security level. I'd put in some sort of barrier, but I wouldn't build that billion-dollar wall that Donald Trump wants to build.
60% of the people that are caught coming in from the northern border are Mexican. Do you think we should be paying attention to both borders in the same way?
I think definitely the southern border should be our number one priority first, but overall around, I think we should keep our country on lock, though, for sure.
Should we build a wall in both places?
Should we build a wall around America?
Well, just sort of on both borders.
Both borders, I believe so, yeah, for sure, for sure.
What would you like Donald Trump to do if he's reelected?
Get all this swamp out.
How's he going to do that?
Drain them.
I want him to clean house. Get rid of the FBI, for one thing. They're a bunch of crooks.
It goes to Kings Mountain High School, and they've got what they call furries, where they got girls that dress up like cats.
There are T-shirts over there that actually spell out Biden. Does that go too far?
No, it's called freedom of speech. Say what you want. If you don't like it, just turn away. Walk away. That's all you got to do.
What about the sanctity of the flag? There's a flag over there that's got a bunch of, it looks like AR-15s where the stars and stripes normally are. Some people would say, look, that's not very, patriotic to decorate a flag that way.
I think, like I say, it's actually freedom of speech.
What about what happened on January 6th? What do you think what happened there?
I don't really know what happened on January 6th.
January 6th,
The election day?
No, election day was back in November.
I don't even know.
Do you know about January 6th?
No.
So when I say January 6th, that means
nothing.
What can we do to bridge the divide? There's a big divide between Democrats and Republicans. What can we do to bridge that divide?
Vote Republican. That's it.
I love everything about Donald Trump. I feel he can be trusted and feel comfortable,
and it's peace of mind.
And that idiot that's up there's a puppet, and Obama's in the basement telling him what to do.
That sounds so crazy, it's probably not true.
You probably don't even want to ask me what I think about 9/11. So.
You got theories for miles.
Well, yeah, and I read a lot of stuff, and I know probably not all of it is true. But enough of it is true to know that we need change in this country.
Yeah, a little bit of shit in the pool doesn't mean you can't swim in.
Right.
Tell me what you like about Donald Trump. What is it that you respond to?
He's not fake. He's upfront. You know what he's thinking. He tells the truth.
What were your thoughts on some of the immigrants being sent to El Salvador, to those vicious prisons there?
I'm all for it. You're here illegally. You broke the law to get here. You need to go. If you want to come back and didn't commit any crimes while you were here or there, then come back legally.
But going to those prisons, there is not a way out of those prisons. They're designed so you stay there for life, and you can't go outside, and you're in a cell with 50 other people. Is that the right punishment for coming into the country illegally?
That is the punishment that they chose.
Did they? Because they didn't. Some of the people came in 10 years ago.
Listen, if I go over a border, I'm going to be in prison. Any other border, any other country, that's how it is. So, yes, that's the way it should be.
But a prison that's in another country that is a vicious, basically concentration camp, that's okay?
I don't have a problem with it.
Trump doesn't lie.
Trump doesn't lie?
No. No, he does not lie. No, you'll see. You'll see.
You don't think Donald Trump has ever lied?
No.
But like when he talks about the biggest crowds, everything, you don't think he's lying about that ever?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Do you think there's a problem with misinformation out there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Some people believe in things that are just not true?
Absolutely. 100%.
And where do you think Obama was born?
Kenya.
3 beers, 11:44 in the morning.
That's right.
Going in to see Donald Trump.
Exactly. Papa Trump, you got this. Stand strong.
Papa Trump?
Papa Trump, because that's my papa. That's my papa, Papa Trump. I love that man. And anything he wants.
Consider him like a father figure?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, this, Tucker?
Yeah.
He's my hero. And then right under it says stop liberal intolerance.
If Vladimir Putin were running against Joe Biden for president, who would you vote for?
For our country? That's a hard question. Probably Putin.
It is?
Yeah, I don't think Putin's as bad as people want to.
You would vote for Vladimir Putin?
I would. Over Biden? Hell yeah.
You would vote for Vladimir Putin for president of the United States?
Putin wants to go back to good morality. He doesn't allow all this crap about genders and pronouns and crap.
Gay marriage, are you for or against that?
Am I for or against gay marriage? Well, I'm going to stick with the scripture, and the scripture is against that.
We are blessed to have the best president, and that's why billions of people are showing up here today, and every time he comes, no matter where he goes.
You think billions of people are showing up?
I think there are a fair number.
Are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Pro-life.
Do those come from biblical beliefs?
Yeah.
Do you feel that the Bible is pro-life? That God is pro-life?
Yes.
Why do you think God had 2 bears come out of the woods and kill 42 children when they made fun of a guy for being bald?
There's Gandhi, there's Nelson Mandela, and then there's Trump.
Did you put Trump in line with Gandhi and Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
Between Gandhi, Mandela, and Trump, which was the one who had sex with a porn star and then paid to cover that up?
The Republicans are the ones that give the money to the Democrats to build the infrastructure. See, that's what the people don't understand.
So Joe Biden passed a huge infrastructure bill. Donald Trump wasn't able to do that.
But you know what? He came with a lot of other promises to other money to other people to get that passed.
But Donald Trump did not pass it.
You know, it's politics.
You think the Bible should be taught literally as history in school?
Yes, I do. It's not a religion. It is a history book.
And how old do you think the Earth is?
How old the Earth? I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Some of the more religious people say it's only 9,000 years old.
I'm not sure. I did sit down trying to figure out how old things were one day, but I didn't get super far. I lost track of trying to count with the ages and everything.
So teaching the Bible as a history book, what about the people that don't believe in the Bible? Should they be forced to be taught that as fact?
The people who don't believe... Okay, if you take regular history, the Civil War, if you're not ever taught it, do you believe it happened? Look at all the people who don't believe the Holocaust happened now, are trying to deny that happened. So yes, these things need to be taught. It's up to them if they want to believe it or not.
But taught that it's fact, that it happened, that the earth was flooded and everyone died except for Noah, and we're all descendants of Noah and about 9 other people on the ark. You think that's accurate?
Yes, I do.
And that should be taught in schools?
Yes, it should.
Slaves were all over the world. Slaves still exist today.
Do you think there's a direct effect from slavery to how Black Americans are able to live today?
No.
I don't. They have a chance to learn. They live in the best country in the world. If they open their eyes and listen, instead of just focusing on their little area and people that they hang out with, they would learn a lot.
But you see why they don't like Trump is because he's not a politician. He works for you and I. The guy has been a businessman all his life. He's made millions and billions of dollars. Why? Because he knows how to work with the people.
How can you say he's just like you and I when you in the next breath say he's a billionaire?
What's wrong with being a billionaire?
Nothing inherently, but if you're going to be a billionaire businessman, you can't start blaming everything that goes wrong on the people beneath you, on your workers.
Who's he blaming?
Everyone in his cabinet got either fired or just called nicknames by him.
All the tariffs and everything that caused the economy to plummet that he implemented.
Amen. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, President Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though people's 401ks have just plummeted?
Well, quit investing in foreign products. Invest in the United States.
No, but I'm saying someone who wanted to retire has lost a ton of their money and they might not feel they can retire anymore. Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess they keep working.
Obama is a Muslim. He's a terrorist. Nobody will ever tell me different. Do I have proof? No. Do I have articles? No.
But your mind is made up without any information.
My mind is made up.
Who's we here? You're a Canadian, right? I'm American. I've been here since the mid-90s. But are you a citizen? I am. I have a green card, but I just continue to renew it every 10 years. But you're not a citizen. Correct. What's your source?
Just Facebook or Twitter. I mean, everything. And
So you'll look at like facts and you'll put it all together.
Exactly.
Do you feel that Kamala Harris doesn't have enough experience to be the president of the United States?
She doesn't know what's going on.
Can you list for me some of Donald Trump's experience before he became president? If Kamala Harris wins, you're saying people are going to come and live in your home?
I think so.
That people are going to come and live in your home, for example, that people would come and live.
In these voices, you hear happiness, celebration, and the real-world impact of the lack of education that caused the pain across America today. These Trump voters proudly voted for what's happening in America, and the damage is already done and expected to get even worse. Stay with us as we dig deeper into why this national tension isn't fading anytime soon.
That just goes to show you what she's got going on.
He was ordered to pay $355 million in New York. The attorney general in New York City has said that she's going to go after his properties if he doesn't come up with the money, but he still has a few weeks to do so. A, what do you think he should do in that case? And B, how did the upcoming indictments impact your support of the former president?
Well, I'll answer the second part of the question first. It doesn't impact my support for the president at all. I think that all of these indictments are fake. I think it's just a way to get him to keep him from concentrating on what he needs to be doing. But it's not. It's like every single roadblock they put in his way. Thank you. Every single roadblock they throw in front of him, he jumps over. You know.
What if those indictments turn into convictions?
I don't think that's going to stop him.
What just happened to him in New York with this $355 million ruling? The attorney general in that city has said that she's going to go after his properties and buildings if he doesn't pony up the money. How do you feel about that?
Highway robbery. I think he did nothing wrong. Even the bank said he did nothing wrong. I believe they're trying to bankrupt him or at least put a big chink in his chain as far as that goes. And he's Donald Trump. He can handle it.
You know, he's got to pay this $355 or so million in New York, and they're saying that they may seize his properties in order to get that money if he doesn't pay it up. What do you think he should do in that case?
I just feel like he is really getting a bad deal any way he turns. Any way this man turns, if he had a D in front of his name, a Democrat, he would never be facing this.
What was the cause of the Civil War, the U.S. Civil War in the 1800s?
What was the cause of the Civil War?
What do you think the cause of the Civil War was?
I don't know.
What would you say is the cause of the Civil War?
The Civil War? What caused the Civil War? They mostly I'm thinking of the first war when we became Americans.
And then we had a civil war. What do you think caused our civil war?
Sin, I suppose, you know. There was something evil. Mankind is hard on each other, man. Yeah.
And what do you think, sir, was the cause of the United States Civil War?
Of the Civil War? Well, let's see. The North and South, they couldn't get along. It could happen here, too.
Do you think we're near that?
Near what?
Do you think we're getting toward a civil war again?
The good Lord only knows, but I think, you know, if he thought it was going to end up this way, people are supposed to get along, aren't we? We're all Americans, not just Democrats and Republicans.
If it did, statistically, save children's lives, should we have more gun control?
No.
I'm happy right now because I haven't seen near as many rainbow flags and rubbish as we've seen last year.
They're making the kids wear these flags and these hats.
Yes.
Right? And it's like, don't make the kids wear these flags and these hats and make it their entire personality.
Absolutely.
Jesus was here right now. Would you let him in?
As long as
he came here legally. As long as Jesus Christ came to this country legally. We have a petition here to support universal school lunch, universal child care. Would you like to sign a petition?
I don't really appreciate being ambushed on camera.
If Kamala Harris came out and said, I think states should pass laws where men have to get vasectomies, what would your response be? No way. Say, hands off my body? Exactly.
Donald Trump becomes president. What would you like to see him do to Democrats?
Escort him to the gallows.
Really? You want him to kill his political opponents?
I didn't. You asked me what I wanted to see. Right,
but you want to see Trump kill his political?
Justice done.
Okay.
Sleepy Joe Biden said that he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. Is that?
That would be, yeah.
Biden actually didn't say that he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. Trump said that.
Really? Can you prove that?
Say that. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
You're putting forth false information, misleading information. What are you, a communist? Are you socialist? Socialist.
Hey, sir, can I have you define? Should I have
My name is Robert Percy, 818-297-0984. Nevada Handyman. I'm Nevada Handyman. This socialist that's putting forth false information, I'm sure he won't put this on any kind of social media now that we pointed the fact that he's a socialist.
Hey, sir, what is a socialist?
What's your name again?
Can you define socialism?
What's your name again?
My name is Dean. Can you define socialism?
Dean, have a nice day, you bunch of socialists.
Hey, sir, can you define socialism?
Well, let me see. Socialism, I am a capitalist.
But what is a socialist?
I enjoy...
When everybody says Trump lies, they never give an example of a lie. Does he exaggerate sometimes? Absolutely. That's what he does. He speaks in superlatives.
Well, let's talk
But
about
there's a difference between lies and superlatives.
Let's talk about then, one of the recent chats about cats and dogs in Springfield, Ohio, right? Yeah. What do you love about it?
The memes and the songs that came out of it are hilarious. I haven't belly laughed that hard, tears streaming down my face until I heard some of these songs.
But again, it's not true, according to the people in Springfield. And
What? It doesn't matter whether it's true. It doesn't matter whether it's true. It is just how the American people can take what somebody's trying to do to manipulate their emotions and turn it into something funny. Nobody really cares whether they're eating the dogs and the cats except the owners of the dogs and the cats in the area. What we do care about is unfettered illegal immigration coming across our border with people who can't speak our language, do not know our laws.
People just want to know the truth. I see people coming back to God. And before you weren't allowed to talk about all this stuff, and Trump exposed a lot of the rhetoric. You can freely talk about what's going on. Like,
What is like some stuff people aren't talking about?
Well, like conspiracies.
Like what?
Well,
do you think that we landed on the moon?
That's a big question. I'm not sure.
You have to get off the news. You have to go someplace else and find it.
Can you point to me a single judge that has ruled that the election was stolen or that there was malfeasance that would have overturned the results of any state?
Look at the Supreme Court.
Well, the Supreme Court hasn't accepted any of these cases either.
How do you know that?
Because they have a docket and they list what cases they review and they issue their opinions.
You choose to believe that, you can believe that, but I have alternative news and I find out differently.
What makes Donald Trump so special?
Oh my goodness, his honesty, his bravery.
Donald Trump, you think is a very honest guy?
Oh, he's horrifically, wonderfully honest.
Horrifically honest.
Yes, and wonderfully honest.
So he said that he won the 2020 election. Was that an honest thing to say?
I believe so.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am.
All right. Do you think you can answer these citizenship questions from the exam?
Oh, definitely. I'm a Trump supporter. I'll get them all right.
All right. For a chance to win $20, all you have to get is these 3 questions correct. Question number 1. We elect a president for how many years?
That would be 4.
All right. She got number 1. Who lived in America before the Europeans came?
Indians.
Yes, correct. Final question. What did Susan B. Anthony do?
Susan.
You got this.
I know it, but I can't.
Okay. A bonus question. All you have to do is sing the national anthem.
America, America, God shed his grace on thee.
Here we go.
And crown thy good in brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
There we go.
Great.
Hey, is there anything you want to say to anybody out there?
Vote for Donald Trump.
Barack Obama had a big part of 9/11.
Which part?
Not being around, always on vacation, never in the office.
Why do you think Barack Obama wasn't in the Oval Office on 9/11?
That I don't know. Would like to get to the bottom of that.
Can a woman be president?
The presidency is a man's job.
I have women are qualified to be president.
No. A female has more hormones. She could start a war in 10 seconds. If she has hot flashes, whatever, boom.
Haven't all wars been started by men?
Never surrender to the tyranny.
What is Trump doing here on this shirt?
This is his mugshot.
Gotcha. So that was taken when he surrendered to authorities to have his picture taken. You're pro-life. Of course. It's important for Americans to do whatever they can to protect a human life.
Yes.
Why aren't you wearing a mask?
I mean, again, it's a personal choice, I think.
What were your thoughts on Elon Musk's hand gesture?
The same thing. He is not a Nazi.
That's a gotcha.
It's the.
Would you do that gesture right now?
Hi.
There you go.
But it goes. The hand goes to the chest beforehand.
Oh my God, bro.
Trump is going to win, and then Ivanka, and then Don Jr. and Eric. Tiffany is going to win in 2048, and then Barron. Great.
All right.
But Barron only serves 1 term.
No, 2 terms.
No, that's only 1 term. That's 4 years. Yeah, actually, these are mostly 1-term presidents.
No, you're not reading it right, brother.
No, I'm like 20. No, this is 24 to 28. That's 4 years.
And then another 4.
No. These are 1-term presidents. Ivanka 1 term. Don Jr. 1 term.
What does it say for Ivanka? What's the date?
Ivanka is 2024,
And?
2028.
That's 8 years.
That's 4 years.
People are saying that Donald Trump is like Hitler. Are you sick of those people?
I am sick of those people.
Why do you think he picked one of them for his vice president?
Vance comes from a middle class family. He struggled. I don't think Trump is perfect. I think he has many mistakes too in his life. I find it the truth in news and Fox News.
You know Fox News just paid $786 million for lying to its viewers.
No, that was because he paid the $700 million because of the computers. You know, that when you vote, they kind of steal the vote.
As sad as it is, at this point, we probably all know somebody close to us who has had their brain melted by none other than Fox News.
They don't. That's what Fox News told you, but Fox News admitted lying and had to pay $786 million for lying to its viewers.
I missed it. I saw it. I saw it in the.
I know, because they reported it. They made it feel like it was totally true, but then they had to pay a bunch of money because they were lying.
I don't believe that. I think everything is just to get in a Trump.
How do you feel about President Trump's first 8 weeks in office?
Well, gas is cheaper. I feel like he's a good president. He's better than the last one anyway.
who we didn't really hear from.
Morale's restored, right? I mean, we all feel good again. All the men feel good again. That's it. Well, the real men. We don't have to listen to nonsense anymore, like all the trans bull, you know.
We just like Trump. We think he's the best president ever.
Yeah.
But ever is amazing.
He's amazing.
Trump, we love you. He said America first, and I think he do it. America is first.
Oh, it's a welcomed, refresh reality check. He seems to be a man that moves with logic and common sense.
He's up front with everything that's there. And I will say, you know, with the media, even though this is so-called a free country and, you know, everything's supposed to be out there, it's not. It never has been. It's all regulated, it's all watched, and it's all put out there the way people want it that are in the position to moderate it.
If it's all corrupt, how did Trump win originally?
The people wanted something different.
So the people had control?
Well, the people voted. The other part of the problem is within that you've also got the electoral board there that in a sense also does control, you know, where it happens with the vote, you know, with the voting as well.
Isn't that how Republicans have won for the past 20 years? They haven't won the popular vote, but they've won because of the electoral votes?
It can vary.
Could you name one policy that Donald Trump influenced to get passed that benefit the middle class?
I can't name it off the top of my head.
Well, don't worry. I appreciate you having this conversation. Thank you so much. It was good talking to you.
All right.
A couple of them. Call them up. No, you could Google, right? What states do late-term abortion? It will come up. You call that number, and then you put your speakerphone on, right, like you are now, okay, and listen and go through, walk me through the steps of this late-term abortion, okay? And when Kamala Harris said about the poor young girl who bled out in her car, do you want to know why that happened? Because of a botched abortion, okay? And that was malpractice at its finest.
No, it was because she didn't have access to the proper, it absolutely is. No, that is what all of the investigative, what's your source for that? Because all of the investigative institutions in that state, in Georgia, said it was because she didn't have proper access to the healthcare that she needed.
She had a procedure, okay? After the procedure, she got sepsis. So again, I'll say malpractice, okay? So that's what happened there. And do your homework a little better with that.
What % of abortions do you think happen in the third trimester?
I don't know the
Do you
percent.
think it's less than 5? Do you think it's less than?
No, I wouldn't know.
So if it's 1%, do you think that's okay? Do you actually think women are going through 9 months of abortion and just killing their baby for fun without any sort of medical reason?
I wouldn't say that. I would hope not. I would hope there's not evil people that would do that.
Okay, so if a woman goes through 9 months of pregnancy and her life is at risk if she has the baby, do you think abortion is okay?
If her life is at risk, there's exceptions to that. You know, the life of the mother, rape and incest, okay? But if you get past, say, a 16 weeks, if, you know, after that, you're killing a life. It's a life. I was in D.C. in November 14th of 2020. Yep. That was a peaceful protest, okay? The only people that were inciting violence or whatever was through BLM and Antifa, what they did. And you know what they did, shooting bottle rockets, you know, throwing urine on people, punching people in the back of the head, like that, okay? So, but otherwise, individuals like myself, peaceful, okay? We went again in on December 12th,
Yep.
okay? Same scenario.
These are all key dates for electoral processes, by the way. Trump was trying to hold rallies on the same day that key electoral processes were happening.
Okay, that was the whole purpose of it.
Yeah,
Okay, but here, let me ask you this, okay? For all of us who are here today, who were there January, who were there December, November, like that, and all the attendees who go to any of these rallies, right? You're going to tell me that we're all like brainwashed. Do you mind if
you choose?
Oh, definitely Putin.
Putin.
Really? Why?
Absolutely. He's for his people. He is for his people.
Yeah, Putin's values on family and on traditions and, you know, protecting children. It almost sounds like, you know, I'm not a pro-Putin guy.
So you think the country would be better off under a rule like a Kim Jong-un or somebody, or Vladimir Putin?
Hey, I love Russia.
You do? Why?
Yeah, it's beautiful. The people are wonderful.
I'm not a fan of Putin, but Kamala is for communism and taking our whole taking us further down the crap hole.
This is going to be a tough one, but what's your definition of communism? I just want to know.
I believe, you know, it starts off great. You know, I see how people can be attracted to it, like, oh, everybody's even.
Would you rather vote for VP Harris or Vladimir Putin if you had to choose?
I would actually vote for Putin if I had to, for the simple reason, if you understand Marxism and communism, you can work within it. They don't kill business. They don't try to make everybody totally subservient. And if you've noticed, the Soviet Union, we'll call it, or Russia now, has become more capitalistic since the wall fell.
It's almost like a trap. Once they get you trapped, you become one of their drones, and it leads to totalitarianism.
Can I give you my point of view, respectfully push back?
I love that.
So when it comes to Vladimir Putin, I'm not a fan of him just because I simply think he is a dictator who spreads disinformation and tries to sway people. So I think on X right now, there is a lot of disinformation that makes people pro-Russia, when in reality, Vladimir Putin hates everything about the West. He hates everything about America. And he is like our enemy to the very core. He invaded Ukraine, which, do you think that his invasion of Ukraine was justified, or?
Well, with Barack Obama and John McCain setting up the biolabs with Victoria Nuland in Ukraine.
Tell me more about the promises he's kept. What are like your top 3 favorite ones?
Number 1 is close the borders. We have fentanyls that the cartels has brought in. China, for Joe Biden, allowed those fentanyls that can kill each and every one of us.
I mean, that'd be crazy if we all died.
Yeah.
Like, well, who would buy more fentanyl if we were all dead, right?
Who would buy all dead? Well, yeah, right.
Okay, so that's 1, closing the borders. 2 more.
Now we are respected in every country again.
Which countries do you think have like really increased in their respect for America?
Israel, I'm a biggest supporter of Israel. And then, of course, we saw Saudi Arabia.
North Korea is increasing their respect as well.
Yes, yes.
Closing the border, restoring respect. Do you have a third one?
Like peace, I think, peace. Peace, especially in the Middle East.
Peace in the Middle East.
Talking about. She has no clue, just in the same way that you have no clue what you're talking about.
What are your degrees?
I dropped out of college to do journalism.
Oh, but you know all about it, huh?
I know that the election wasn't stolen. I know that Mike Pence
is an
upheld the
American hero.
Constitution in a way, yeah. I know that Ukraine needs to be funded to uphold the world
what
order.
The scariest thing about that is? It's one day y'all are going to run this place, and I'm terrified.
What's going to happen? What are you going to do when Trump loses this year?
Well, I guess we'll try to figure out the election fraud again. Because I think if you'll look, so you think you're voting for Joe Biden?
I'm voting for Joe Biden 6 times. I'm sneaking suitcases of ballots in.
You know what? If I was doing that to my grandparents, I would be charged and convicted of elder abuse.
Yeah.
And the methamphetamines he was on the other night at the very, very friendly, happy State of the Union address.
He did great.
He was campaigning. That's not a State of the Union. And God knows what they pumped him up with. He was like, blah, 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 blah.
Joe Biden got into office. He passed a large infrastructure bill that he got Republicans to sign on to. Let me finish.
Oh, yeah. Thank God the potholes are gone.
He passed the Inflation Reduction Act. He passed the Build Back Better Act. He passed the Made in China, or what's it called? The Chips and Science Act.
Oh,
can you name me?
Anything to do with China?
No.
He didn't pass on.
Name me your favorite Trump policy that he passed. I'll wait.
You're cute. You'll wait.
Oh, wait, I just named
I like the bill, and I can't remember the number of it, but the HB
117 or something.
It's where all the damage done by was it Clinton that did the recidivism? Hang on, the 3 times. Hang on.
You're saying this is better than the Infrastructure Act and the Build Back Better Act?
You talking about in Ukraine?
No, the infrastructure bill that we passed, that Biden passed in America.
Well, the only
20 Republicans
The
signed
only
that.
things I've seen Biden do were for other countries. Okay.
I just listed you 5 things that he passed in our country.
Well,
the Build Back Better Act, the infrastructure bill, the COVID relief that he passed, the climate change bill that he passed.
What do you think about Lake and Riley?
I think it's a tragedy what happened.
Right.
Why would I ever support that?
Right. It wouldn't have happened if the border wasn't open and we weren't being invaded. And it's going to get worse.
I think that Biden proposed a really good border bill that 17,000 border patrol agents signed on.
Down there, and he thinks they're talking about somewhere else.
He went down there last week, the same day as Trump, and he said, did you see what he said to Trump? He said, Trump,
the ice cream?
He said, I challenge you to pass this border bill. Do you not like the bill that Biden proposed that 17,000 border patrol agents signed on? They all endorsed the bill.
Because they are desperate down there.
I'm going to say that any politician that does not put America first is spineless.
Donald Trump multiple times has put himself above America. When it comes to Langford's border bill, he shot it down for political purposes rather than passing the bill, or he told Republicans to shoot down. When it comes to January 6th, I know that we all hate the January 6th word, I'm sorry, but Donald Trump tried to send 7 fake slates of electors to key swing states, and Mike Pence said, I can't go along with this. So Donald Trump in that situation put himself above the Constitution and the democratic processes that have existed since the inception of America. Would you agree?
I don't believe that. I don't agree at all. I was there.
On January 6th.
I was there. Okay. So, and I had a lot of friends there, and we were there because we firmly believe and still believe that that election was stolen. Okay. As did Trump. Okay. So we believe, you know, the government, they work for us.
Yeah.
We are the people. We employ them. Okay. So what the people wanted was to know somebody to assure us and recount, do a recount. Okay. That's all we wanted. Recount it. Okay.
Can I ask a genuine question? Sure. So in Georgia, for example, they did 3 risk limiting audits where they recounted it and made sure each ballot was safe. And Kemp, the Republican governor, said, hey, there's no election fraud. Trump has a repeated pattern of saying things are rigged when they're not. He said the Emmys were rigged, the primaries were rigged. He said the 2016 election was rigged. So does it ever worry you when time and time again he says everything is rigged?
No. Let's talk about facts.
Let's talk about facts.
When you pull down the voter registration from the states that have it available online, I'm an accountant, so I pulled down the data.
Yeah.
I ran pivots and looked, oh, look, 1/1/1900, right? Date of birth, invalid. There's a lot of information. If you watch those hearings, how was he able to hack those Dominion machines live during the hearing and nobody did anything?
Well, the thing is, Fox News had to settle out of court $800 million because they defamed Dominion. Dominion Voting essentially won that court case. They rolled through Fox News, and Tucker Carlson got fired because of it, right?
Faith in our system at this point to buy into that. That they lost that case.
Pennsylvania, well, where I'm from anyway, I drove 5 hours to get here. There were 10,000 dead people that voted. Now,
That's not true, though.
It is true.
They did risk limiting recounts in the state. They found 3 or 4 dead voters. So what's your source compared to mine? Is the AG.
Would you like to see Trump run for a 3rd term?
Yes, and if not, why not be the VP to Vance as president if it's not allowed?
Who would you want to really be in charge there?
Equal. Trump and Vance. I think
equal?
He's holding his own. He's doing good. He is just doing great.
Are you worried about the Constitution not allowing him to do that?
Yes, that's why I think he could do VP instead.
Okay. Find a way around that.
Hopefully.
But then what?
He finds a way around a lot of stuff, doesn't he?
He does. Yeah. He does. I have found that.
What would it take for Trump to lose your vote?
Nothing. There's nothing he could do to lose my vote.
Be a child molester?
Anything else?
That's about it.
What if he set the American flag on fire?
That's one of the freedoms that Donald Trump stands for.
What if a picture of Trump surfaced showing him smoking crack? Would you still vote for him?
Absolutely.
What if he had a Hitler mustache?
Absolutely.
What if he said that Japan and South Korea could get nuclear weapons?
Absolutely.
What if he stood in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shot somebody? Would you still vote for him?
Absolutely.
Even if he got a tattoo on his forehead that said, "Sit here, ladies"?
Absolutely.
What if he turned out to have a tattoo of a swastika on his shoulder?
He probably does.
And you would still vote for him?
I mean, I got friends that have swastikas on their arms, so, I mean, and they're cool.
What if he punched the Pope in the face?
I'm a Catholic. Punch away.
What you've heard today are the raw, unfiltered emotions of people that voted for Trump. Regret may be real for many of them, but for countless Americans, forgiveness isn't coming easily, not while communities continue to deal with the fallout. These conversations matter, and they're shaping the future of our nation in real time. If you found value in these voices and believe these stories need to be heard, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Your engagement helps amplify the truth and ensures more people understand what's really happening across America.